And here at KWRC, they not only care about you as a person, but they care about your business and seeing you grow and seeing you grow well. It was the culture. When I was looking for a brokerage, I interviewed a lot of people, a lot of brokerages, and nothing really felt like a fit. And then I started meeting with a bunch of different agents from the brokerage because I had met Melissa. And I wanted to make sure that it was somewhere I wanted to be. So I reached out to 6 or 7 agents and just said, hey, I'm considering joining the brokerage. Do you have an hour for me to pick your brain and see what it's all about? And each one said, absolutely, no problem. And gave me an hour of their time, and it was all good things, all positive things. And, I kind of already felt like I was a part of the brokerage before I even joined. I think it's the atmosphere and the support. Right? No matter what you need or what you're doing or who you're talking to, each person's going to give you the time and share what's working for them. And, if you say, I'm struggling with this, they're going to sit down with you and go, this is what I do. This is what you can do. As long as you do that and kind of keep reaching out for help, they're going to keep helping you, right? Everyone here is super, super supportive. With the trainings, in the broker hotline, everything and anything you need, you can get within minutes. Completely opened up. Before joining KW, before being into real estate, looking back, I was closed-minded. I would just kind of wake up, go to work, come home, and that was the normal. And then when I got here and I saw, everyone's just feeding off the energy of each other and the importance of mindset in this business, and just tapping into that, I feel like I'm happier as a person. I have more energy. I want to do more. I look forward to more. It's really been life-changing. It's welcoming. It's welcoming, supportive. Everyone wants to see you succeed. Everyone wants to see you grow. There's no competition. Everyone's friendly, everyone's happy, and your clients feel that too. So when you have the culture of the brokerage behind you that's positive, encouraging, you're going to be in a good mindset, and that's going to translate to your clients, and they're going to feel that too when they're working with whoever it might be. Don't just focus on the numbers. There's so much more to this business and this life than numbers. So, talking to people, they're focused on the splits or what the cap is or whatever it may be. And although those things are important, at the end of the day, you need to be somewhere where you feel important, where you feel more than a number. And here at KWRC, they not only care about you as a person, but they care about your business and seeing you grow and seeing you grow well. A lot more community involvement. I have a lot more opportunity to just talk to people, which is something I really enjoy doing. I've now developed the opportunity to kind of give back to newer agents and be someone they can call and kind of give some feedback on what they're doing, and just show them that if you do all these things that everybody around you is showing you and telling you to do, that you're going to be successful. Right? There's systems in place for a reason, and if you're following that, you're gonna end up somewhere you want to be. It actually took me a long time to remove the judgment aspect from the accountability, and that was an internal struggle for me, because if I wasn't hitting my numbers or I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing, I would, judge myself and be hard on myself, and I created the assumption that others would too. And it wasn't until I started going to more trainings and showing up within the brokerage more and just talking to people and hearing everyone just be so open and so vulnerable about what they're doing and the support they received. And they're doing this in a room full of people, and I slowly got comfortable being able to do that. And now I feel like, if I haven't hit my numbers or I'm having a rough week, I can come out and say, hey, I'm not doing so well. I need a push. I need some accountability. And now it's something I really look forward to. I think for me, because when I first started, I was still working full time. I worked full time outside of real estate for 4 or 5 months before I made the jump. And you're right, there's a lot of noise when you start, and everyone's just kind of saying, do this, do this, do this, and it's a lot. But when I made the time, when I started time blocking and putting everything together and actually following my calendar, I wrote my first 6 deals within like a month and a half, and it just clicked. Those came in, I quit my job, I listened to that stuff. It's now engraved into my brain, and you just have to tap into it and do what everyone is telling you to do. Just the continued growth. I see myself kind of working towards a coaching role within the brokerage, and I'm super excited to give back to not only new agents but experienced agents as well. In doing that, I feel like that's going to help me grow my business even more than it already has. Yeah, when you're looking for a brokerage, or if you're a new agent, don't be afraid to ask questions. It's one thing to step into a new role. It's one thing to step into a self-employed role with a lot of new things going on. Just don't be afraid to ask questions. There's no stupid question. I guarantee you, even me, I've probably asked it 5 different times, 5 different ways, until I got the answer that I needed. Everyone here is here to support you, to help you grow, and you'll feel that.